Would you ever cockblock on the Beloved Hotel Shannon?
Okay, well, first of all, I don't like the phrase cockblock, though.
Sweet taters.
The sweet taters.
Sweet taters.
The sweet taters.
And now, it's time for the Sweet Potato Podcast featuring Matt and Theron.
Back after a bombing episode.
They
said we wouldn't be back.
Quitting. They contemplated deleting the channel after that 15 views, but we're back. And this one, you know what? I'm calling it now. I think we're gonna double what we did on the previous one. I think we're gonna hit 30 views with this episode.
We probably will. We probably will hit 30 views.
I sure hope we hit 30 views. Otherwise,
might have to pack it up.
Otherwise,
might have to be sent home.
Might have to pack it up.
Oh my god. Is that a bug assault?
You're gonna have to cut that. That's a bug assault.
That's a bug assault? It's camo? Why? You're gonna hide from the bugs? They won't see you because it's camo? The gun's not there. You weren't holding anything. It was hidden.
I know, it was invisible, right? Do you see this?
What is that? What do you got? Nope. What is being shown?
See that on my finger?
Is it a cut?
It's a cut I got.
Huh.
You know how I got this cut?
No.
I was opening my soup can, right? And the lid popped off and it gave me a nice slice on the finger.
That's not good.
I know. If you get infected, I could die. This could be the last episode.
Well, might as well go out with a bang, huh?
Might as well go out with a bang.
So, last time we were on, what did we do? Oh, we talked. Can you know more?
We talked about Pop.
Well, no, before that. That was a special. I'm talking about, like,
we
current
talked about
events.
Can You Know More?
Mickey Rourke. Celebrity Big Brother UK's over.
And JoJo Siwa is now actually straight.
Yeah, which is kind of wild, no?
So, I guess he was right. In the end, is Mickey Rourke really the good guy?
No, he's not.
Kind of like how EB, Russell Brand, ends up being the good guy in the end. After he...
No.
What did he do again?
We're not gonna. So, today we are here to talk about... We're gonna talk about Bravo's Love Hotel. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Valley. But before we get into this, you've kind of had this little fascination over Bravo review channels online. Do you want to get into
Bravo? So specifically, I think, right, here's what I think we do. I think, God, I'm so white right now.
I'm very red.
Can I make myself not as white? I'm a little less white now. Okay. So here's what I think we should do. I believe that all of these Bravo podcasts should get their own reality spin-off. I'm talking Rick and Kelly. It'll be like The Valley. It'll be like The Valley where it's couples, right? So it's Rick and Kelly.
Okay.
Patrik and Pol. Beyond the Velvet Rope. And I think it would just follow like all the stuff that's happening because they seem to be very dramatic.
Can I give a little shout out? Yeah. So since we've become, a little bit of a podcast here, right. I want to shout out our supporters, Not Mad About It podcast. New episodes drop every Monday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, hosted by Nikki and Bree. They followed us on Instagram, and they are legendary. They talk Bravo. So shouts out to them. Shout out to Reality Check Podcast, obviously. They follow us on Bravo.
I can't find Reality. What is Reality? Are they actually called Reality Check?
Reality Check Podcast. And then also shout out to Two Broads Talking Bravo. They also hit the follow, and they be out here in these streets talking the Valley and Schwartz and all that. So shout out to them.
Okay,
what's Reality Check up to? Just the Survivor episode?
Since episode 9 got milk.
I want to talk Big Brother.
Reality Check.
I want to talk Big Brother with Patrik and Pol. Could you imagine that?
We could never do that.
I think we could get Patrik and Pol on the show.
They're way too famous for us.
I'm not discounting their fame. I'm just saying I think we could get Patrik and Pol on the podcast. If you're watching, Patrik or Pol, I think we can get them on. Speaking of Patrik and Pol, so the reason we're talking about all these people is because there's Patrik and Pol, Kelly and Rick, and Beyond the Velvet Rope drama.
Yes. Now, who is Beyond the Velvet Rope?
So you actually, did I show you Beyond the Velvet Rope? You found the episode. You found the start of this drama. So
because I looked up Beyond the Velvet Rope because I just wanted to see what he was up to last night. I wanted to see what he was up to.
Because of Kim, he used to be with Kim D.
Right, and the very first thing that comes up when I looked up Beyond the Velvet Rope was I saw
this big Zoom
giant.
Here, I'll pull it up.
Zoom call. This huge Zoom call. Kelly Dodd's complete meltdown.
I mean, you could literally, if you hate it so much, you could build a whole new life in an.
So what I understand is it's probably like a members Zoom. But what I don't understand is Beyond the Velvet Rope, they upload like 9 podcasts a week, but they upload them in 8 minutes.
It's behind the
behind. Well,
it was beyond.
They be going beyond.
So yeah,
because they upload like 9 podcasts a week, and they make them in like 8-minute intervals.
Wait, Patrik and Pol, new Patrik and Pol episode today.
So it's not okay. So I saw that. From what I can understand, the clips I saw online, it's from the clips are from the old Patrik and Pol, but then the episode
of Kristen Dowdy with with Patrik and
Pol.
Pol.
But the episode, like the clips on their YouTube channel, are all like the older ones that we saw the other night, like because they're wearing the same clothes. But the episode fully dropped, so I don't understand how they drop episodes. Because if you look, there's a clip titled "Patrik and Pol spilled the tea from behind the scenes at Jeff Lewis's ChumpCon," and they're wearing the same clothing.
It's the same as the last time they were on, which was 7 days ago. Oh, 7 days. I thought after all that scrolling it would be. So it seems like he uploads them not all in a row.
But then like a full episode dropped
Did he bank
today.
Did he bank these?
Maybe he's banking. Well, they're talking about like Vanderpump Villa, The Valley.
What is a full episode?
Are full episodes uploaded to YouTube? I think they're just uploaded on Spotify.
Oh, he does have a Spotify?
I think so. Or maybe just Apple Podcasts. But what we're trying to get at is, you found this Zoom thing yesterday, and it's titled Kelly Dodd's Complete Meltdown Over Jeff Lewis and Teresa Giudice's New Half-Truths and Lies. And in it, they're like they're trying to get like Patrik and Pol to like go against Kelly Dodd.
Right.
Can you explain who Patrik and Pol are to the...
Yeah, so for those who don't know who Kelly Dodd, so Kelly Dodd is a Orange County housewife.
Former
Orange County housewife, and she currently has a show called The Rick and Kelly Show with her husband.
And The Daily Smash.
Correspondent, called The Daily Smash with Rick and Kelly. It's on the YouTube channel The Rick and Kelly Show.
Yeah.
Patrik and Pol are two...
Well, Pol's a fashion designer. I'm not sure what Patrik does.
No, Patrik. Oh, no,
Pol.
Patrik is Pol's husband.
Correct.
Patrik is Pol's husband, and Pol is a fashion designer who's very prominent in like Bravo. He like
I think they collaborate.
Done a lot of, like fashion designs for like people.
Kelly Dodd.
Bravo.
Kelly Dodd being one of them.
Kelly Dodd, for example. Right. So they're friends. And they do like crossovers and stuff,
right?
But also, Patrik and Pol have been doing crossover with Behind the Velvet Rope, David Yontif, who is now currently trying to turn them because he hates Kelly Dodd and Rick, but Patrik and Pol quite like Kelly.
Well, on today's and then today's Daily Smash, there were updates. So from where we're recording, today's Cinco de Mayo. On today's Daily Smash, Kelly responded to all of the Beyond the Velvet Rope drama from over the weekend. So this is today's Daily Smash, and she tried her best to respond to all of the drama. Now in it, they discuss everything that went down, and a little, I guess, like a summary is Kelly says that like David is trying to make Patrik and Pol turn on Rick and herself. Rick says that that's not going to happen. Kelly claims that no one follows him on Instagram and that he does 9 shows a week. She called him a little twerp and a little bitch a lot. She wants to get in the ring with him for charity in Boca Raton. And then she, quote, wants to beat the living crap out of David, says it'll be over in one punch because her dad taught her how to box. She claims that, Rick claims that David waits around Watch What Happens Live Studios to get pics with housewives, and that's how they met Rick and Kelly. And he also claims that, Kelly claims that David has been begging former housewife of Miami, Leah Black, to come on his podcast, and she keeps saying no. So, yeah. How do we feel about this? I'm not a fan of the trying to take down Patrik and Pol.
So I'm actually looking at it right now, and he like doesn't seem to have much. Okay, so his Instagram, right, behind the velvet rope, has 63,000 followers. Yet his newest post from April 21st, so it's not like it's not old, has 35 likes and 37 comments. And
So
his
they think he buys followers as well.
His channel has, okay, it has 34,000 subscribers.
So I wonder that, because all of the clips always have like 1,000 views.
But his videos at most get like, but then again, he did have the Bo Dietl interview, so it's possible that he kind of was able to get big from that, or maybe a lot of his subscribers, because there's a lot of things, like a lot of channels will have more subscribers than they have views that they get, and that's a lot of that is because of old subscribers, inactive subscribers.
Yes.
So like when he had the podcast, when he was doing it with Kim D, I'm sure it was probably getting more views because Kim D is an actually like famous person. And so I think that it's possible that a lot of his subscribers are just left over from that, and that his channel's sort of fallen off since losing Kim D. But
they're trying to split up Patrik and Pol to try to like ruin Kelly and Rick. They're trying to get their friendship broken.
we firmly stand behind Rick and Kelly in this.
We fully stand behind Patrik and Pol.
Right, and by extension, Rick.
By extension, Kelly, but more importantly, Patrik and Pol. Okay. With that being said,
hold on. His second, other than the Bo Dietl interview, he also has Melissa Rivers on Diddy's downfall.
Why is Joan Rivers' daughter talking about Diddy's downfall
on Diddy's downfall
on the Behind the Velvet Rope podcast?
She has a cigarette in her hand. That is very Melissa Rivers.
So this is wild. So let's talk a little bit about the Valley season 2. We watched.
Now, are we gonna hold on? Now, I'd like to say 2 things first. Are we gonna get like dragged into this now? Like, is this bad?
I hope.
Is this a bad decision to take a side like this?
Hey, all publicity is good. You know what I mean?
Hey, you might be right. In addition to that, I also wanted to ask, did you see the headline about the Oblivion remake?
Did you see that? I know that it's like that it came out and stuff. I don't. What are you talking about? A specific headline?
No, just that in general that it came out.
Yeah.
That they dropped. I thought that was pretty cool. They didn't do any like really promotion for it. It just kind of came out.
Yeah.
I bought it. It was $50, which it's not
cheaper than a Nintendo game.
Oh, amen to that. But I started playing it. The graphics are really good.
That's crazy.
Like it's like really it's kind of ridiculous how like impressive it looks. I think it kind of goes to show that that the game itself is very good, and that people a lot of times just judge it because
The
of the graphic.
best part of that game is the arena fight.
Well,
That's the best part of the game.
yeah, you might be right. You might be right.
That's the
the
best
arena is
mission.
pretty fun. You get to kill people
Yeah,
without any legal consequences.
and little Jimmy Neutron, what's his name?
Little Johnny Test.
Johnny Test.
Little Johnny Test comes out
Johnny
and
Test
follows you around.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he won't. Yeah. I used
And
to
if you kill him, he
love.
comes back after 3 days, just like Jesus.
I love killing like guards and the best. You know what another good game is that we used to play? The Hitman franchise is so good.
Right? You know, every time I see Hitman 3, I'm like, I need to actually beat that because I never finished Hitman 3.
I
only
never
did one
finished it
mission, I
either.
think.
That's such
it's
a
like,
good game.
That was fun. Like playing Hitman was so much
It's
fun.
fun to just go
What a
around
game.
and just, you know, running
and
around
just
and
like
killing
do
people.
like stick around and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. And did you see that that GTA 6 got delayed?
Yeah,
another year?
I don't really care
At this
about that.
point, like GTA 5 is and online is like fine. Like we know. Alright.
We know.
I don't.
We know.
It's whatever.
Parallel in my brain. Little Johnny Test kind of looks like Patrik. Yeah.
Wait, that's very true. Is Patrik like the older version of him now?
Maybe.
Wait. That's thinking with your brain now. Patrik is Johnny Test.
My God. Hey,
man.
before we get into Love Hotel, let's talk a little bit about
Love Hotel. Do you know that song by Chris Isaac?
Mm-mm.
You know Chris Isaac?
Mm-mm. So we watched season 2 of The Valley so far. What are your thoughts?
So, okay, so this is kind of like, I'm new to the Valley, right? I'm new to the Valley. I just watched the season 1 recap so I could kind of get like to know everything, and I started watching season 2. What did we get? Did we get through all 3 episodes?
We
I
got
don't think
through the
so.
first 2, but
And then we got sidetracked by Patrik.
we got sidetracked by the Patrik and Pol drama.
So, here's the thing, right? I think that it's interesting. I don't particularly like the characters in that I'm like, oh, I think that they're good. I like them as people, but I think a lot of them make good TV.
Right.
If
Like
that makes sense.
like
That's
yeah.
sort of my vibe from it.
So
Like in Vanderpump, I actually like the people more.
Yeah.
Whereas this show, I'm more like they're entertaining.
The show's very toxic. It can get very toxic
Very
and
toxic.
heavy. The Jax and Brittany stuff is
That's
wild.
Yeah, that's even like for. I'm kind of It's kind of heavy. It
was hard to
what they're
watch.
Talking about.
It's hard to
Yeah, it
watch.
is, with the whole like table flip
The
thing.
table thing and the like the coke, them admitting that he does cocaine is
Coke.
wild. Jesse and Michelle are just like
You're saying I do coke in
doing
my
all coke. Low blow, Renna. You know low blow
Low
better than
blow,
anybody,
Renna.
baby.
I would hop across. What did she say?
I'd be
would-
jumping across the
I'd be
table.
jumping across the table.
My God, LVP's been in the news. She's been fucking.
I'd be
going.
jumping across the table.
But
low blow, Renna.
low blow, Renna.
Low blow,
Low blow, Renna. You know low blow it better than anybody, baby. It's just like, that's what I'm missing. Like, I need that back.
Right.
I need that back. You know what's
Yeah.
kind of giving old school housewives? Bravo's Love Hotel.
Love
Hotel.
hotel. Wait, do we need to talk about the Valley anymore? Or
No, I mean we kind of beat it to death.
Well, okay, hold on. I'll give my. I'd like to give my first impressions on the characters.
Should we go? Hold on. Let's go through the entire cast.
Cast, yeah. You need to bring out the cast photo because
And let's bring up the cast photos and let's maybe we'll play a little game. Let's say your first impressions. So obviously you know Jax Taylor.
right. So he just is kind like okay. How I view him in the show isn't very different than how I view him from Vanderpump.
Right.
I think he seems to be completely honest, like he's not a really good person. He seems not. He has a lack of self-control.
Yes.
And he is very impulsive. Even with like his whole marriage to Brittany seemed pretty impulsive. and it just seems like he's kind of an asshole. And I think there is a reason why he went on House of Villains.
And I mean, Brittany.
I can't stand Brittany
But
at all. I don't like her.
Yeah.
I don't like Meanwhile Bear Trade.
Mom, a date night. We're going on date night. Jax, let's go on date night.
I hated her. I hated her in Vanderpump also, and I don't like her in this show.
Although she definitely is in the right, and she should be out of that relationship.
Oh yeah, no, she's in the I'm not saying she deserved what happened to her, but
she needs
if
to
she was a little less annoying, I would feel a little more bad.
Okay, Kristen Doty.
Okay, so Kristen is I have like a bad vibe on her from Vanderpump, but
Right.
I'm starting to like her a little.
That's good.
Because in the show
That's
she
good.
seems to be like she's
new.
not so bad.
She's a new Kristen. What about her now fiance Luke?
I like this guy a lot.
Okay.
I feel like he just seems like a normal guy.
Yeah.
He seems like the least problematic person on the show.
Well, definitely one of the most least problem. Okay, Nia. I like
Boring.
Nia, but yeah, I don't know. Nia doesn't.
Same with Danny. Boring.
Yeah, but I like Nia. Nia reposted one of our Instagram stories once. I'd like to blame maybe that their scenes are getting cut because it's such a big ensemble cast.
Yeah,
but they're not giving enough.
They're not. They could just be left from the show. Like they're not in the show.
I like Nia. Danny, on the other hand, needs to chill out when he be touching people with them hands.
Now, hold on. Does that happen in episode 3?
That happens in episode 3. We didn't get that far.
Okay. We
didn't get that far.
Yeah,
but, we'll circle back on them.
Yeah, we'll circle back.
Now, Janet.
I hate this lady so much. She's so annoying.
I don't like how she blamed Zach and Kristen and said something along the lines of like they didn't want her baby to come to full term.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
if her baby's anything like her, I don't.
Oh my god.
I'm just joking.
What about her husband,
I'm just
Jason?
Joking. He's kind of weird. I don't know. He's not like he's just like a.
He's kind of an NPC.
He's just like a guy. Yeah, right. He's kind of a bot.
What about Jasmine?
She seems nice.
Yeah, she's definitely really chill.
She seems like another like unproblematic person. Like,
well, she's the one that Danny allegedly touched.
Oh, okay.
What now, Jesse Lawley?
Okay, so here's my take on this guy. Like, he kind of seems like a dick. And I feel like, but he also, like, he's kind of funny, and he's not, like, a terrible character. Like, I don't hate him.
He's not Jax.
No, he's not. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Sandoval.
Okay. Yeah.
In that he seems like he seems kind of cocky and arrogant, and I don't think he's, like, the nicest seeming person, but I don't think he's particularly, like, a bad person either.
Right. Now, what about his...
I can't stand her. His ex-wife. The whole, like... I don't know. It's crazy. The fact that she's like cheating
on him, and she's been sleeping. She's been
billionaires,
and she's been being an escort. And in
yeah,
episode
like,
3, they go to Dave and Buster's for Janet's birthday party, and she gets confronted about the escort rumor and breaks down and crying.
Ooh, okay,
and then
I'm excited to see that.
Jesse finds out that that she probably was cheating on Jesse with her new boyfriend Aaron when they were filming season 1, because Aaron has a honey business and his honey has been in their house for years, and you can only buy this honey at like his pop-ups. So there's some sneaking around. What about the MVP of the Valley, Zach Wickham?
This guy really just seems like he'd fit in perfectly with that whole like Bravo podcast ensemble. Like he would really fit right in with Patrik and Pol and Behind the Velvet Rope, and
Zach is the low-key like stirring shit up, and I'm a fan. He hates Janet.
He's funny.
To be fair, Janet did say
he said
that Zach didn't want her baby to come to full term.
No, that's another person who's sort of like the king, I feel like, of that kind of sphere, is gabbing with Gib. You know, he's got all sorts of. Well, no, you know who's that There's someone who has a Bravo podcast that's like really like.
Nick Vile,
Yes.
the Vile Files.
He's the real like.
He's the real Graham
legend.
Pooba.
But gabbing with Gib is a pretty interesting. He seems no, he's not interesting.
I think he's an
just
industry
good at,
plant.
like, his job, I guess. I think so too. There's no way his first video is him having. Who the hell did he have on for his first video?
Larsa Pippen.
Larsa Pippen.
But he got
Wow.
LVP. I think he is affiliated with
Nini.
Bravo. Wow,
He
Nini.
Larsa Pippen is getting that Safari D.
Well,
right about
speaking
now.
of Larsa Pippen, that's a good segue to Ari there we go. The Real Housewives of Miami trailer was announced, and in it they talk all about like Larsa's with Marcus and stuff. Because you remember with Marcus,
I want to see her and Safari get together.
I want to see them on the same show. I want to see
Love and
more.
Hip-Hop.
You want to see Love and Hip Hop?
I want to see Larsa on Love and Hip Hop Miami.
I feel like, yeah. I feel like Safari and Larsa low-key would be a good couple.
Right?
Do we feel the same? Oh my god. I don't think you can say that.
I probably can't. That seems like I can't say that. I'm gonna have to cut that.
I'm gonna have to bleep that.
Or just bleep it. No, because then people are gonna think I said something really bad.
You'll
I'm
never
gonna
know.
clarify. I didn't say
You'll never
anything.
know.
I didn't say anything really bad. She's. That's probably okay to say, right?
Probably. I guess with Larsa, like, I want to see. So, do you remember when like Marcus was like doing cocaine? Marcus Jordan.
Right. Yeah. In public.
I want to see like that kind of like. I want to see that falling out in Miami. Oh, okay. So right here. So that's when they. So they split in March 20th, 2024, which was around the time the Traders Reunion was filming. Then they kept getting back together. But I think that Larsa has a new man now.
Mystery Man.
I think she has a new man.
Mystery Man though, or is he like legit?
I don't
We
know.
know him?
I think he's a mystery man.
Could be Safari.
She probably doesn't want to show him on camera.
It could be Safari.
I don't think it's Safari. Safari Samuels! You know, they're filming that
Who's
soon.
trying to hit that?
They're filming that soon.
What?
House of Villains, I think. They're filming that soon. They're filming Traders soon as well.
House of Villains and Traders too, right?
I'm excited to hear that cast. That cast announcement's gonna be good.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Nini. Yes.
Yes.
Should we get into Bravo's Love Hotel? The reason we are here.
Love Hotel.
The reason for the
We
season.
got the Love Hotel fits.
We got the Love
The reason
Hotel
for the
fits.
season.
We got the
The
Love
only
Hotel
reason we
fits.
came back, actually.
The only reason
that this episode exists.
But the only
we
reason.
came back. This is a short. We don't got a lot of like other. Do we have anything else?
No, we're gonna get into the Love Hotel, child.
Damn. This might be our first like. This is like a reality TV exclusive episode.
Reality? Check. Anyway,
We'll get there.
speaking of Islanders, let's get into Bravo's Love. Should we take a break?
Love Hotel.
Should we take a break? Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
How is your hit and run case going?
I'm going to therapy 3 times a week.
Did you actually witness him bouncing off the hood of the car?
Yes.
I wish you would have got that on camera.
And we're back.
And we're back. We're back for Bravo's Love Hotel.
And we're back.
So, Bravo's Love Hotel is a new reality dating series which brings together some of the Real Housewives franchise favorites, including Shannon Storms Bedore, Giselle Bryant, Ashley Darby, and Luann de Lesseps. for the ultimate luxurious getaway in the hopes of finding true love. The ladies will head to the Grand Velas Boutique Hotel in Los Cabos, Mexico, where they will mix and mingle with a group of eligible bachelors, each vying for the chance to win their hearts and put the wives back in the housewives. Actor, writer, and comedian Joel Kim Booster joins the show as the host.
He's a comedian?
He ain't that funny on this show. Okay, episode 1.
Oh,
Hey! So we see Shannon from Orange County, Luann from New York Legacy, Ashley and Giselle from Potomac. They are greeted by Joel at the door as they're introduced
they're
to
both
the.
from Potomac?
They're both from Potomac.
Yeah, so at
all-
first it was weird that they had 2 from the same.
Right.
But I thought your point was actually pretty good. I think originally they were going to do Luann and
Sonia probably.
Sonja. But Sonia didn't do it, and they replaced her with Shannon Storms Bedore. That's my guess.
Yeah, probably.
So off the bat, I already know Luann.
You know
obviously,
Luann.
from Girls Trip and from the Roni that I watched.
From Roni,
and from
Roni Legacy. She's Roni OG.
Yeah. And I know Shannon from the video of
Orange
her
County.
driving the car.
You know her
using the
from...
house.
No, you know her from... This isn't my plate, you fucking bitch! And she throws it at Kelly Dodd.
I've seen a good amount of clips of her.
Yeah.
This is my first introduction to Ashley and Giselle.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I'm really liking both of them.
I'm liking them all. The show really works. It's very funny.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not feeling Luann, really.
Luann doesn't seem like... Well, this last episode 2, she was really in it. Episode 1, she was like barely in the show, and I was like, "What's going on?"
I
Lou?
feel like she's just not. Maybe she's just not really vibing. Maybe she's not.
She
Really
just
into the
not
whole
seem like
show.
any of these people are vibing with her at all.
Like she's not. Maybe we'll see a difference with the new events that have occurred that we'll talk about later. But
well,
like,
let's just
don't know.
let's just get into it.
But I'm really liking the new Our Green-Eyed Bandit, and
yeah,
and Ashley.
So you finally met both Green-Eyed Bandits.
So I thought there were 3.
There's 2.
Okay, so I now know both Green-Eyed Bandits.
Ashley
and
doesn't
I think
have green eyes.
I like no. I know Ashley's not a Green-Eyed Bandit. I thought
Giselle
there
and
was
Robin.
another Green-Eyed Bandit
No.
on Potomac who was not.
Just
someone
Robin
who was
Dixon.
someone.
Just
So,
Robin Dixon.
Giselle, I like definitely more than Robin Dixon. I would want to see Robin Dixon. I actually liked Robin Dixon on Traders, but I think I like Giselle more. So
That's crazy. So let's get into first impressions. Shannon really Shannon hits it off with Earl the Pearl from Atlanta. He is part of the party scene.
We gotta do the cast. We gotta do the cast.
So
recap.
let's do a
who do
little
we
bit of
have?
a cast recap. So we have Earl the Pearl, obviously. Here,
Earl
let
the
me
Pearl.
let me
This man is.
let me pull these pics up separately because
Yeah, pull the pics. Pull the pics. Do it like traders. Do it like we do best.
So let's just jump into it. So
Alright, so
kind
got
of
'em all pulled
we
up.
know our housewives, obviously, but
Right, but who are these bachelors?
so we got Earl the
Who are
Pearl.
these-
He is
who are
like
these divas?
Atlanta. Who is this diva? They're like Atlanta. He's part of the party
Who
scene.
is this diva?
He's part of the party scene. Then next we have. I want to.
Well, hold on.
Right,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. He's
Oh my God.
He's a soulful man. Yo, you forgot the You forgot the OG.
I
Oh
forgot
my
the
God,
OG
what are
of
we
the
doing?
Love Hotel, Wale.
What are we doing? Love Hotel.
So Wale is hitting it off with Ashley Darby, and
He's
some of
hitting it
his
off with Ashley
quotes are so they connect about on the topic of mental health. Ashley says it's sexy when men go see mental health, take mental health seriously. He keeps saying, "Yo, it's Ashley or bus." Like, damn, Ashley fine as hell. So he's really attracted to Ashley. To be fair, I don't know who else Wale would be attracted to. Maybe Giselle, but they kind of hit it off as more like a friendly vibe when they were talking about when he's from Rhode Island. And she didn't know where Rhode Island was. She thought it was in Connecticut. She doesn't know New England.
right.
Giselle has no idea about New England. She
She does not
England.
know New England. She don't know New England.
Nick connects with Ashley. Where is this man? Nick.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick thinks he connects with Ashley, but she doesn't seem ready to reciprocate that yet. Okay.
He's kind of a weird guy. Kind of he's a crypto bro.
Yeah.
Former diamond.
Former
miner.
diamond. My
Kind of a
God.
weird vibe.
Ralph is a rocker. He from Nashville who initially connects with Lou. Luann and him kind of hit it off. Where's our man, Earl the Pearl? Earl the Pearl and Shannon Bedore are kind of like meant for each other low key. He tells Shannon about bots on dating profiles, and she like had no idea that there were robots. And like,
yeah, she didn't know.
It's like, Shannon, girl, come on, Shannon. Let's be real. Earl shared that his first wife passed away from leukemia, and
really sad.
Him and Shannon really do bond over this grief, and this show really is illustrating him to be such a sympathetic, cool as a cucumber kind of man. But I'm worried about that. I'm worried because next week it looks like it's something happens.
Maybe a little bit of a bump.
Maybe
a little bit of a lump.
A little bit of
a little
bump.
bit of a, as Ralph would say, a little bit of a bob and weave. A little bob and weave. A little lump.
Not a little bob and weave, a little bob and weave. That was funny. Okay, date invitations. Shannon asks out Earl the Pearl. Luann asks out Gary. Now, Gary is a surfer dude from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. He is retired. Giselle asks out Jay.
Gary's the kind of guy who would say, please, no T-girl.
Oh, from the rehearsal? That's a deep cut from the rehearsal. Anyone watching rehearsal season 2? That's what about Jay?
Yeah.
Are we feeling Jay? There's something that like he's scared to talk.
He's giving PJ.
He's giving PJ. Now that's a deep cut.
That's a deep.
He seems like he's very scared of the camera. I'm getting that kind of vibe from him. He seems very reserved.
Camera shy. Maybe a little camera shy.
What about? And then obviously Ashley going to the gym with Wale, and they hit it off. Out of those four, who are we seeing long-term success with?
I'm seeing. So we don't know because there's a twist that we'll talk about. But from this point, I'm looking at long-term success. Wale and Ashley and Earl the Pearl and Shannon.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, what's his name? Jerry?
From Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
he's like just not him and Luann are not hitting it off. He spills oyster shit on her. It's a little awkward. And honestly, Ray and Giselle are like, wait, his name's not Ray.
Yeah.
His name is Jay.
It's Jay or Ray?
And
did I call him Ray? Who knows? Because he doesn't talk. So I mean, I wouldn't know.
Jay and Giselle are, because it's like PJ. Jay and Giselle are just not really like.
Wait, what is his name? Is it Jay or Ray?
Jay.
Okay.
It's Jay, like PJ. Jay and Giselle are like. Ray's a different character. Ray's a
Wait, there's a Ray? I don't think there's a Ray.
Yes.
It's Ralph.
Ray.
No, it's Ralph. I don't think there's a Ray. Is his name Ray? I don't remember. This is.
No, you're right. It's Ralph.
Is there a Ray?
It's Ralph. No,
there's
no
Ralph. So there's Wale, Earl, Mark, Philip, Jay, Gary, and Ralph. Yeah, there's no Ray.
There's no Ray. So
there's
Ralph.
No Ray.
I mean Jay. Fuck. So Jay, right? Jay and Giselle, they're just like, they're like having a good time, but it's not what Giselle wants. She's not really looking for Jay.
What about their $25,000 taco?
That thing with the golden flakes on it.
That was
wild.
Ooh wee, zoo wee mama.
Child. Zoo wee mama.
Shannon
boinga, boinga, wah 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 wooga.
Shannon and Earl deepen their connection. Shannon opens up to Earl about her DUI drama, and he took it very well, which solidified him for me being a compassionate person.
Yeah,
because we don't need Shannon to be done dirty again. She's been done dirty enough.
She is a drunk bitch.
Oh my god, you can't say that about her.
Why
say
not?
that about Jen Aiden. Don't say that about Shannon Storms.
Oh my god, your lips look like a monkey's asshole. Yeah, a monkey's asshole that you sucked. That's what we call. Now, that's what apparently is considered bringing receipts today. That's what's considered bringing receipts, entertainment, and drama. Is saying a monkey's asshole that you sucked. That is entertainment, drama, and she's the heart of the show. According to some people. According to certain people.
That's wild, Nini. Wow, Nini, wow. Luann and Ralph realize that there are different life paths. Obviously, we talked about this. He spills clam shit on her.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the episode, Ashley and Wale go on a romantic date.
Wale.
She talks about like flicking the bean. He's good at flicking the bean. Wale brings her back to her room, hesitates on the first kiss.
He's trying to get a little bean flick, but he decides to play it safe, and he goes in for the little peck, the little kiss.
Well, they share one at the end of the episode. Now we're on episode 2, which episode 2 was really good.
It was real good. So it opens up with some morning workouts.
Wale
and Ashley are working out, and Luann is with Mark. And she's doing a handstand, and he drops her, and they try to make it a lot more dramatic than it really was.
Not...
In the trailer, they made it like a big thing.
They made it like a major storyline to the trailer, but like, also, did he really drop her? She just fell. She didn't bounce.
She kind of just he actually caught her. He actually, as she goes down, he catches her and like eases her to the ground. So.
Well, that pisses off Gary, who feels betrayed, and then they like low-key have
talking to my girl, and he's like getting all up in Mark's face. He's like, "You talking to my girl? You can't be doing that." These heifers.
Joel Kim Booster arrives and reveals a twist that the men will be split into teams of 2 for group dates. So Shannon, Giselle, and Luann.
The 2 guys.
Shannon, Giselle, and Luann all want Ralph. I don't understand this Ralph glaze, Loki. I'm not getting it.
No. Okay, I get it. Here's the thing about Ralph, right? Let me explain this to you, because I see what they see in Ralph. Ralph is an older, he's their age. He's pretty strong. He's a pretty like kind of large, broad-shouldered man. So he definitely has like that appearance of being like a protector, like a strong man, right? But he's a very kind person. He's super understanding. It's clear that he's kind of been through like some stuff in his life, and he's not Mark. He's not here.
He's not Mark.
He's not here to just be like, oh, he's not. He doesn't seem cocky. He seems humble. He seems down to earth, and he seems very much like some guy who's gonna be like looking for a long-term relationship. Like, I think it was either Gary or Mark. One of them said something about. I think it was Gary. It was like, I'm just here to have fun. I'm not here to find love. I'm here to have fun.
It was bad. That was bad.
All right, it's called Love Hotel.
Well, Giselle,
but like Ralph is here to settle down.
Giselle's reasoning was strange. She was like, "I want to take Ralph from Shannon, just like how Alexis Bellino stole John Jansen from her." It's like okay,
did say that.
Okay.
But she seems to like Ralph.
Yeah.
Like her and yeah.
Giselle,
her and Ralph like.
Okay, can I have a hot take? I'm gonna give a hot take. Giselle does not seem like she's clicking with anybody.
I think she's clicking with like aspects of people, but there isn't. I think Ralph is the closest she has right now to being like.
Well, Ray though.
In with some.
In Ray. Right.
But no, because she even said, like she said in episode 2, she's like, Jay, like he reminds me of a lot of my exes, and there's like no spark between us, and like I don't see that going.
Right. That's true. It's very true. So the final group pairings are Shannon with Ralph and Jay. Oh, that's not true. Shannon, why am I lying to you? Shannon had Earl the Pearl and Jay on their group date. Ashley
right, because you weren't allowed to pick.
Is this Gary? God, Gary and Mark are like the same person. Gary and Nick. Yeah. Oh God, Nick. We'll get into you, sir. Ralph and Philip for Giselle, and then Wale and Mark for Luann. They have a lovely Mexican dinner, very visually stunning. I will say this Love Hotel is very nice. Looks very beautiful in Cabo San Lucas. Luann encourages Wale to write a love note to Ashley, which I thought was very nice and very sweet.
Luann's being a freak. She says, go into her room, and leave a kiss print on her window or on her mirror and write "I love you" under.
Oh my God,
that's crazy.
Luann is being a freak.
Wildin' with that one. Wildin'.
Ralph shares an emotional story about not seeing. Why did I lie? Earl. Jesus Christ. Earl shares an emotional story about not seeing his stepson after the divorce. No, was that Ralph or was that Earl?
That's Earl. Earl's first wife died of leukemia.
Right, and then the second
wife.
No.
Other way
Right.
around.
I don't know. One of the wives he had a divorce with. I think actually it was his first wife he got a divorce with.
Right, and then his second one died of leukemia.
Passed away of cancer. Yeah.
'Cause he said they weren't together. They were only together long enough to have one kid.
The stepson. It was a stepson. That he
Oh no,
loved.
they didn't have a kid, but it was a stepson.
And after the
Yes,
divorce, he hasn't seen him since then, and has been waiting because they had like some kind of thing with a motorcycle, and he hasn't ridden that motorcycle in all those years ever since.
He's been
they
saving
came.
it.
And Shannon claims, Shannon says that he's an open book and feels very comfortable around him. Ashley starts going with Nick and Gary, right? And she's talking to them and asks if they've. Oh, that's not Nick. Where's Nick?
Just there.
This is the worst episode. Okay, Nick and Gary. Okay. They asked them if they've ever dated a black woman, and they did not answer that question very. Wait, that's
also
Mark.
you have Mark.
This is
Mark, not Gary.
This might be the worst. There we go. These two.
Okay,
Ask if they're...
so Gary has.
Gary
has
dated
dated
Angel. Her name
In
was
high
Angel.
school, he dated Angel.
Okay. God. Okay. Nick is like, I've never dated a black woman, and then Ashley's like, what do you mean? And he's like,
The way he
I've
says
never
it is
dated
so-
one. And then he grabs her ass.
The way he said it is so difficult. He's like, I have never dated a black woman. Like every word he's trying not to get canceled. And it's not a grab, it's a graze.
It was a graze.
It's a church
It was a
graze.
church lady
It's
graze.
a church graze. It's a church lady graze.
Luann
Ooh,
says-
he's just trying to see what she's got, because he says point blank, you know, what are you looking for in a woman? She says, what are you looking for in a woman? He says, I want a woman with a beautiful smile and a fat ass.
He's being so disgusting. Loki.
Fat ass.
Okay. Luann has a
You
one-on-one
call it
with...
disgusting. I call it Riz. I call it Riz.
Yeah, Luann has a one-on-one with Gary, says that she's not attracted to him, and says that he's low-key overbearing.
Yeah, and they're like saying next to each other, and she's like, "Okay, I'm just gonna go." And he's like, "Let me help you up, my lady. Let me help you up, my queen." Like, all right,
It's
she's not
wild.
letting you hit, bro.
Nick and Ashley have another one-on-one where he claims that he used to sell diamonds and that he is now a crypto bro, and Ashley says that he could possibly keep up with her lifestyle. No, get away from this man. You already had grab-and-ass Michael Darby, and you want another white man with a no.
And now she's like, "Yo, I'll let you walk me to my room." So he's like walking her to her room.
Oh my god, this is the best part of the episode.
But then Giselle peeks out, and she's like, "What's going on? You better keep your hands off my girl." And he's like, "I'm not doing anything." And then all the housewives, they all come out, and he's like, "Stop cock blocking me."
Well-
This is a 45-year-old man, by the way. Stop cock blocking me.
Dude, Giselle comes out and she's like, I'm just making sure my girl's okay. And then Shannon peeks her little head out and she's like, what's going on, guys? And when Shannon did it, because when Shannon laughs with her whole entire body, and it's so funny. And then you see Luann come down in the hallway going, darling, anything can happen at the Love Hotel, darling. Oh, I can't even sleep at the Love Hotel. Anything can happen at the Love Hotel, darling. It's the Love Hotel. And it's the best part of the episode because Loki actually just looks so uncomfortable. She's like, please get this white man away from me. And I would feel the same way. I'd feel the same way.
Well, okay, she told him to walk him to her room.
The show needs Patrik and Pol. Okay. Earl kisses Shannon.
Yes.
They have a romantic moment. And that's
Right
when
in
I was
front
kind
of
of like, they're like low-key endgame.
They're endgame.
They're endgame. And I'm team Earl the Pearl. Now, we'll get into what happens next week, but whatever.
Yeah.
Key ceremony. Joel announced that each
next-
woman must give a key to one man, and the rest will go home. Okay.
So only 4 men are staying. Only 4 men are staying. Out of this, what, 8?
8 out of this 8, half the cast is going home. Luann saves Ralph, which
Now she's saying, you know, Jerry is like all fight. Jerry and Mark are fighting over Luann. They're like the two ones like
they're being petty as hell.
But Jerry is like weird and overbearing and obsessive, and Mark is kind of just not that interesting.
Well,
Like,
didn't Mark Do you remember episode 1 where Shannon was talking to them? And she's like, "Do you know Andy? Andy Cohen?" He's like, "Yeah, right. Stockbroker." She's like, "No, he's part of the network." And then Mark claimed that he's never had a TV in his life. I'm like, okay.
But
Okay,
Ralph did have a nice walk with Luann that morning where they seemed to be hitting it off a little bit. And so Ralph, he's a nice guy, and
That's
so
true.
she wants to choose her key for Ralph.
Shannon chooses Earl, not surprising and shocking at all. Ashley chooses Wale. Not that surprising or shocking at all, but she also mentions that if they had more time, she could have possibly saved Nick. Did not happen.
But
now,
they were supposed to have a little pool date, and he kind of no-showed on her.
Now,
So
now Giselle is put in a tough position.
she wanted to save Ralph. She wanted to save Ralph. Ralph was her first choice, but Luann took Ralph.
Yeah.
She wanted to choose Ralph.
She wanted Ralph.
She couldn't because Luann chose Ralph. So she was stuck between Jay and Philip. Because Philip, she's getting to know a little bit, and he's ritzy, and he's got that mansion. But she's more established with Jay, and so she ends up choosing Jay. At this point,
This man, fucking Philip.
at this point, there is a reveal by Joel that there's a secret 5th key, and it can be used to save one of the final 4 people that are going home. So they all get to plead their case.
So
Gary calls Luann Leanne.
He said he wanted to write a song with her. He also spilled clam juice on her.
Leanne.
That should have been it. Nick is still frothing at the mouth for a moment with Ashley.
He
Darby.
gives up. He basically says, Ashley, please, I'll do anything. I just want you. But I'm pretty sure I'm going home. So it was nice meeting everyone. Mark, I don't even remember what he says.
He was like, "It's been great. Love you all." They choose Philip.
And then Philip is
kind of
like,
crazy.
Now, Luann, it became clear when they were talking that Luann wanted to choose Mark.
Right.
But Giselle was like, listen, why don't we give Philip a chance? And that's because she wants a chance at Philip. So now, Giselle has the 3 men that she was interested in, all of them staying. Ralph,
Giselle's playing 2D
Jay,
chess.
and Philip.
All of these men.
She's playing 3D chess over here.
So we send home Mark. We send home Gary. We send home Nick.
Gary goes home, and Nick goes home. Thank God.
Now, with all of these people left, the Love Hotel
they introduce
is not closed.
No.
Some more single men come in. Love Hotel episode ends. Episode 3 preview. Earl the Pearl and Shannon get into an argument about vegetables, and Shannon starts crying.
Yeah, that seems like it. But it could also, we saw the whole Luann thing, how the trailer had
It could be deceiving.
with her falling.
It
So
could
be deceiving. We don't know.
But
we also know that there's a new snow bunny. Wait, no, there's a new reverse. There's a new tall, strong black guy who's entered the house.
Right, and he's going.
And
well,
it looks like
we're not even tall, strong. There's a man that's under the age of 60 who has entered the house, and he is definitely. That's my problem. There is my one thing with the show is they need to average the age out a little bit more. Like Wale was the only option in Group 1. At least Group 2 there probably will be more, but there's
46-year-old man screaming about being cock blocked. I think
he really kept saying that and ruining it because it was such a good moment when all of the housewives were laughing, and he's like, "I'm being cock blocked.
I'm a little worried for Wale because Ashley
too.
makes a good point. She says, I'd love to say that I chose Wale over Nick because he's such a kind man and we get along so well, but it was Makuchi that chose him.
She did say Makuchi chose him.
If we're getting basically like a more studded version of Wale,
he might be singled out.
He might be cooked.
Wale
might be cooked. As they say, chat, might be cooked.
I'm doing a little.
So what do you think? What are you looking long term? I think that
I don't think that Luanna's found anyone that I think that she likes Ralph, but I don't see that. Then it needs to evolve a little bit more.
I think Ralph is going to end up with Luann or Giselle. I think he's going to end up with one of them. And I think Earl and Shannon will end up together.
We'll see after next week. The only thing that I feel like is pretty good, I just feel like Wale won't stop trying.
No, but I think he's gonna. I don't know, man. This new guy coming in, I think he might.
I have high
lose
hopes
out.
for Wale.
Well, Wale's kind of like he's like the underdog now in the story.
He really
went
is
from
the
being,
underdog.
He went from being the clear winner over Nick to being the underdog.
That's true.
So we'll see.
We'll see next
We'll
week.
see.
Loki though showed. I'm loving the show. It's
Oh, we
very
have
light.
our Love Hotel fits on.
I think we talked about it. I think we mentioned
Did
it. The show's very light. It's very easy to watch. It's not like The Valley where it's very hard to watch because it's so deep.
like domestic abuse.
Like this is like fun and light and like White Lotus. It's like White Lotus.
I don't think that show is fun. It's there's like death that
There's like
happens,
so
right?
many people die.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to add for this lovely episode?
Hey, you know what? I don't think so. I think we're back though. Welcome back, Sweet Taters.
Welcome back.
Hopefully this episode gets a couple more than 15 views. I think maybe if we can hit 20 views on this episode, that would be huge.
I think we're aiming for now
30.
No, I'm not talking about views. I'm talking about moving forward. Hoping for, hear me out,
Oh, okay.
bi-weekly episodes. Every other week.
You know what? I was thinking
Hoping that
Behind the Velvet Rope.
we shoot
9
1 hour,
episodes,
we
baby.
put them in 8-minute segments, upload multiple every and then put the episode out
9
after
episodes a
we
week.
I want to learn more about that. I just want Patrik and Pol. I want to talk about
They will never come on.
that's my goal. That's my 2025 goal is to get Patrik and Pol on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like they would hate us.
Maybe.
They would hate us, and they would not like have fun talking to us, and they would just.
Well, they go
just
on
can't.
David. They go on Beyond the. I mean, it can't be worse than that.
Yeah, but they have like a little more in common with.
Right. Well, you can only pray
You can only pray that one day you'll end up in Snow Bunny heaven
with Patrik and Pol.
and Larsa Pippen.
God. Can I read
What a good
something
episode-
out?
what a good episode
Yesterday
this has
was
been.
May the 4th, Be With You Day.
Huh.
And friend of the show Tom Ward tweeted he X'd something, ready? Or he threaded
Somewhat.
from the H3 podcast. He said, if someone tells me May the 4th be with you today, I'm going to straight up punch that nerd in the face. And I want that to... Because, like, fuck off. Like, you can like it, but Star Wars sucks ass. Yeah,
Damn.
I said it.
Why
I feel
do
like
you hate
David.
it
I
so
feel like
much?
David Yosef.
Teresa too nice. Teresa too nice has to pay your taxes. Did you send me?
David
Did you send me the alert article?
And then like some old lady is like, "Hey, did
So
you watch?"
I have with me right now.
Wait.
I have the.
That's good.
I have her
paperwork
tax
for-
documents.
I actually got from Bo Deedle himself. I got paperwork showing specifically how Teresa Giudice has not paid her taxes. Now, this is unacceptable. I have filed 3 police reports against her already. I will work tirelessly until she is off the show and Kim D can go back on the show. It's the same thing we saw with Joe Giudice. I'm sick of it. It's disgusting. It's criminal.
It's low-key harassment at this point. Like he won't say he uploads multiple videos a day titled Teresa Giudice Will Suffer. I'm gonna give you some homework though. For next pod, more episodes of The Valley will come out. But now you know talking points. So I'm gonna have you talk to Julia's sister. And I want you to maybe you could type in your phone, get her takes on The Valley, and we'll have a discussion next time on the podcast with an outsider's takes on The Valley. I think that would be interesting. I think that'd be interesting.
Okay. You're right.
Also, because I feel like that'd be fun. I feel like that'd be fun.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
I also feel like it'd be cool to maybe next time. Hopefully, we can get schedules to work out. But maybe for the next Love Hotel double feature, let's maybe see if we can get friend of the pod Jill maybe to discuss Love Hotel with, because she's into the dating shows. I feel like it could be interesting to have a third.
Last time she was on the show, it actually went really well too.
Right, so we'll see. But yeah, You know, long
Wait,
story short,
what if we get Patrik, Pol, and Susme all on one episode with
and Jill.
reality check?
You know, I would love to have Susme
And
back
Jill.
on the podcast.
Wait, we might as well just get everyone on and just do one of those big Zoom meetings like David Yontef does.
It's like we'll do a locale live.
Oh yeah, you know what? He could be on local. I saw someone describe
Boogie could be
John
on
Yates.
Boogie could be on Love Hotel.
He could.
Anything
I saw
happens in
someone
the Love
describe-
Hotel, darling.
No, doesn't he have a wife?
Eh, whatever. He lied about cancer. Now wings.
I don't care if it's your birthday.
I don't care if it's your birthday. Shut up. Oh my god, I'm at 1,952 calories burned. Let's go.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You gotta hit that
That's a
2,000.
lot.
You gotta hit 2,000 every day. You want to see change in your life? Well, that's my Bob H impersonation. You gotta hit 2,000, fatty. Keep
Run,
running.
Fatty, run for that pizza, you fat fuck! Run for it!
Wait, is that
Run for the pizza!
Wait, can we end with Bob H fat shaming people?
Yes.
At the Sweet Potato Podcast, we love everyone of all shapes and sizes. With that being said,
I think it's time.
Bob H yelling at people on the treadmill is very entertaining. Bob H, Biggest Loser.
That's right. That's it. Good. Everybody looks good. Do not be sloppy. Finish this strong, Joel. No, Joel, don't do it. Don't do it. Dig, Joel. Dig. 10.
It's low-key like...
Joel. Fuck Joel. 3, 2, 1. What the Joel? Every single time at 20 seconds. Every time.
God.
What is it? What is it? What is it? Tell me what it is.
This is wild.
What is it?
What is it?
Tell me what it is.
I am trying and giving you.
No, you're not. You stop at 20 seconds every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Joel.
Every
No,
time.
Joel!
No, Joel!
Dig!
Dig! Dig! My god. Bob H. the podcast. We get Patrik. Okay, so we get. So think about like the Zoom, right? We get Patrik and Pol. Okay? And they're in one square. Then we get David Yosef, Kelly and Rick. Okay? Susme, Felicia Cannon, Evil Dick.
Okay.
Could you imagine Evil Dick and Patrik and Pol in the same Zoom call? Oh, and then we get Reality Checked.
Reality check Nick.
Not Josh.
He seems.
I don't know enough
disappearing.
about
Where's
him. I don't know. Where'd you
I
go?
don't know.
Where'd
He
you go?
was in
I
the
don't
last-
see him.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Where'd he go? I don't
we
see
need
him.
to get Jill
Right. And
Kayak,
yeah, and Jack and Bailey.
Jack and Bailey,
And
producer Julia, Kathy Mitchell.
That's my goal. No, that's my 2025 goal. Let's get Kathy Mitchell on the podcast. That
Pretty much
won't ever happen though.
everybody who we've had on the show and more.
Wow, Nini. Wow.
Wow, Nene.